It's gone past its sell-by date. Its time has passed and it's no longer as relevant as what it was. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is your Waning Moon reading for February 2020. So we're looking from the 10th of February onwards, from the full moon in Leo, going towards the new moon in Pisces, going towards the end of the zodiac. Now this is a bulk introduction for all 12 signs, so there'll be a timestamp down below if you watch more than one, because you want to watch more than one: sun, moon and rising sign, and through the filters of sun, moon and rising. So your heart with the sun, your what you are becoming with your rising sign, your emotions with your moon sign. Now it's I would normally say ask a question prior to my reading, and you can, but I am asking the question: what should we, your sign, be reducing alongside the waning moon? As the moon's light fades, what should we let fade with it? So it's a general reading. Roles, if there are any, can be reversed. Timing's not absolute. We are still in the effects of the Saturn and Pluto conjunction, the eclipses over Christmas and the New Year. So there's a lot going on in the sky. So if the reading means anything to you, do comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there. In fact, press subscribe now. Go on. But in the meantime, let me bring up the cards. Okay, Scorpio, this starts like there's a lot of stress going on and ends wonderfully. So let's just have a look at the oracle cards. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So your own card has come up for this reading. Out of the Queen of the Moon oracle, we have both wisdom and power. So you're definitely going through one of those, let's call them learning times at the moment, as is also indicated by the fact that the Ascended Masters card has come out of the Quantum Oracle, which I may actually look up before the end of the reading. But I believe that there is something that you have been being faithful to that has gone past its sell-by date. Its time has passed and it's no longer as relevant as what it was. It is a time now for you to be receptive to the influences that are around you. The positive influences are around you. There's a lot of loss and protection here. In the tarot, we have Four of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Swords. So you are trying to protect something. And you're trying to protect something simply because it's what you've always done. You have always tried to protect this thing. But there is something that you are not necessarily seeing. There is a balance that could be coming that will relieve you of this duty, enable you to let these pentacles go and allow them to grow as a harvest. But that will be a slow process, but your ships will come in on this. However, you are protecting as well because there is something that you feel you have lost, and any progress that you feel that you are making is really, really slow. Of course it is. Any progress worth making is always really, really slow. But maybe what you are being blind to is the fact that you are in a pretty good position at the moment. We have the Ten of Cups clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Happy, happy, joy, joy, family, love, home, happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, there's a really good environment that you are in. And if you are wanting to create a harvest where a new you is indeed the crop, you have got the most wonderful soil to plant yourself in at the moment, as long as you stop looking back to what has been lost. That which you are protecting, you don't need to protect it anymore. You don't need to be faithful to it anymore. You need to be receptive to the influences that are around you and the lessons that are being brought to you, because these lessons have been brought to you to grant you your own wisdom, your own power, and not be reliant upon other people, old crutches of things, of how things are supposed to be, how things were. We have, at the end of this reading, after your ships have come in, after the point where you just go, I don't need this anymore. So we've got this wonderful soil for you to plant yourself in, that the happy, happy, joy, joy, family, resources, home, security, warmth, love, which gives you the Ace of Pentacles, which, as you know, is a material, real world, physical new start. And then that's clarified again by the Five of Cups, as we had in the middle. So there's a danger here that you can stay in that Five of Cups energy. But also with this Five of Cups, that guy isn't dropping the cups into the stream. As far as well, he is dropping them into the stream. But what I mean is they haven't fallen by accident. This is, have I got that lined up right? This is him dropping the cups deliberately into this stream to say, no, it's time for a new beginning. Let all this be washed away now, all the old stuff that I've been hanging on to. Especially things to do with old documents. Now, this is the Oracle of Heaven and Hell by Bloodstone Studios. Look it up, they're great. That I was inspired to use with today's reading. And again, Seer has come out with dangerous writings. But whereas before I was thinking it as like short-term things, quick messages like SMS or text messages, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, that sort of thing, where things can be said in the heat of the moment. No, here, dangerous writings, I'm getting more the impression of documents, books, because there is a certain document. One reader I was watching the other night saw a different Two of Cups to this one, but saw the Two of Cups as a contract being agreed, as you would say with the Four of Wands is a contract being agreed, because you've got that element of commitment there. But this, it's almost like that you are going along with an old philosophy, an old way of being, or an old way of doing, because that's what you've always done, because that's what is written, that is what is written down. And with Seer here, he is holding a head up, somebody's head. It could be a Medusa head, to be quite honest. I can't quite tell. Those could be snakes, or that could just be hair. But I mean, there's pretty much Greek influence there. He's wearing the helmet of Hermes and he's riding a Pegasus. So, there's that Greek influence. So that also could represent Bellerophon. But there is wisdom ready for you if you abandon some of this old wisdom, because it's past its sell-by date. Like I said, it's not relevant any further. There is a whole new agreement, a whole new contract that you can come to with yourself. So we can have that, the concept with this Two of Cups of the sacred marriage, the marriage of the masculine and the feminine within you, of two energies within your life, but it is opening up the world to you. Okay, so stop being so morbid. Stop worrying about what you've lost and stop trying to adhere to old duty, old tradition, because you are Scorpio. It is your role in life to keep transforming, changing, growing, evolving. Scorpio, here from my I transform. Yeah, let me bring it that way. Oh no, that glares a little bit, but I transform. So if you transform, maybe this loss is something has changed within you, and you're not allowing your outside world to transform in harmony with your inside world. If you've already lost this thing, if it no longer has, you're feeling sorrow over the fact that it no longer means anything to you, then it is time to dump those cups in the river and get rid. And don't be mourning their loss, because your ships will be coming in. The harvest that you have been building, Seven of Pentacles, is going to come into being. Of course it will be slow, Knight of Pentacles, but it's going to be even slower if you're moping around about the fact that you're still doing things that don't mean out to you anymore. Okay, so lecture over. I hope this means something to you, Scorpio. If it does, comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there, because I'm a young channel. I could do with it. Your next reading in the lunar series is, of course, your new moon reading. But this week, Mars passes over the galactic center. Galactic center. So I'm going to do the phenomenally titled Martian Galactic Downloads. So that'll be Wednesday. They should be uploaded. But in the meantime, book up. Stop being morbid. It is your nature to transform. Enjoy it. Celebrate it. Cheers.